get a good view here. We've got a lot less leaves this time around here. See if we can zoom in on the birdies here. There's a lot of birds out today. Tiny little bird there. I guess you can kind of see him. Until he flies off, and then you can't see him anymore. Hello and welcome, coffee lover. Are you Paul? Susanna, good to see you. Hello. Susanna says hi, everyone. Ace, hey, good to see you. Daisy May, hey, Miss Kelly, how are you? Good, thank you, Paul. Miss Daisy May says hi, everybody. This is very pretty, Molly. Thank you. Well, I didn't actually turn the leaves the colors that they are. That's Mother Nature did that, but thank you. Hi, Lily. Lily says, hello, Molly. So this is your backyard? Yes. Bisay, how are ya? Won't you be my neighbor? Mary, hey girl, how are you? Mary's my gummy girl. Oh, we got some more birds over here if they'll hold still long enough for me to focus on them. There they are. Oh, that's a blue jay. That just went behind the tree. Thanks, blue jay. Daisy says, hey, Bisay. Daisy says, hi, Mary. Ace says, what animals are usually in the backyard? Typically, we get squirrels and chipmunks and lots of birds. Are they all gone now and I'm not paying attention? Kage, hey, good to see you. I'm sorry, I forgot to message you just before I went live, so kudos for showing up on time. Daisy May says, hi, Ace. Kage says, can't stay, gotta work at my dad's. No worries, I appreciate you, Kage. Daisy says, hi, Kage. Bisay says, hi, Kay. Lily says, this is a nice backyard. I just have a small concrete square. Yeah, I'm really lucky. This is actually part of a state park that we're looking at here. So it's protected as well. Daisy says, take care, Kage. Ace says, so pretty, thank you. Bisay says, hey, Kage. Bye, Kage. Kage says, hi, bye, Bisay. Hi, bye, Daisy. Yeah, we've had a bunch of the leaves fall down from the trees here. Thankfully, it's overcast. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be able to read the chat. Lily says, it's beautiful. Thank you. Well, I say thank you like I had anything to do with it. Oh, I think I hear a chipmunk. Or something. Something's rustling in the leaves. Oh, we got some more birds over here. I think there's some kind of finch or house wren. Why does everything have to hide behind the tree? Oh, there it is. Why do you guys have to hide behind the trees? What's up with that? It says, do you only do backyard streams? Pretty much, yeah. Phil, hey, good to see you. Good to see you, Phil. Says, whine much? Yes, I do. I whine all the time. Thank you very much. Thank you for asking. Bisay says, I have sun. Really? Don't send it over here. Bisay says, oh, I just read that. Kage says, Ace, yeah, so far. Rusty, hey, good to see you, Rusty. Rusty says, hey, Mom. Lily says, I can tell you're American now. Where about? I am in Michigan. Rusty says, hey, Kage. Kage says, hey, Rusty. Ace says, gotcha. I was going to ask if she could show us her fish tank. Actually, my fish tanks are in my office, and I signed a confidentiality agreement, and I can't film in there. I have thought about, of course it's too cold now, but I have thought about bringing some of my betas out, like one at a time, to show them to you guys. But I'm afraid that people might think that it's okay to keep them in a cup or, you know, a small carrying case. And I don't want people thinking that, because betas need at least a minimum of 5 gallons. And I stick by that. Ace says, gotcha. I was going to ask, oh, I already read that. Lily says, do you get a lot of wildlife coming through? We do. Adele, oh my God, I haven't seen you in forever. Adele, how are you? Phil says, people are dumb about fish. Don't we know it? Don't we know it? Ace says, makes sense. I want to build a backyard pond, but I'm waiting on my parents to buy a house for me to get done with school and start working. Yeah, that would be awesome. Ponds are freaking amazing. I'd love to have a pond, but of course this is state property, so I couldn't put one out here. Adele says, can confirm, 5-gallon tank for 1 beta. Yep. Rusty says, I went to Mackinac Island. I just had to see where somewhere in time was filmed. Mackinac Island is amazing. Lily says, nice. Are you near any of the Great Lakes? Yep, I'm actually almost right on Lake Michigan. Adele says, I'm good. I'm good, Darl. Just been working, etc. Got the week off. Oh, nice. Congratulations. It's 3:37 a.m. here. Oh my God. Yeah, I knew it had to be either really late or really early. Ace says, Radio Dude, you're not wrong about people being dumb with fish. Agreed, Ace, says Adele. Jeff, hey, good to see you. Jeff says, hi everybody. Wow, 10 likes already. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing. 11? Wow. Thank you guys so much. Lily says, oh, that's fantastic. Phil says, the farmer across the street bought a computer. Now whenever I see him sing The Farmer with Adele. The Farmer with Adele. Good thing he didn't get an ace, or that joke wouldn't have worked. Jeff says, any squirrels today? Not yet, but I heard something rustling around in the leaves, and I think it was probably a chipmunk, but it stopped. I have sad news, guys. I'm out of peacock nuts. So I threw the last handful out there. I had to give him the squirrel mix. Adele says, I cropped a lot of I copped a lot of Dell jokes. Now it's all Adele the singer. I bet. Phil says, Jeff, I've eaten 3 already today. Well, that kind of stops them from running around and being cute. That's for sure. Adele says, I only song like her in the shower. I only sound like her in the shower. Sing like her in the shower. Phil says, I tried to get Molly some peacock nuts, but when I grabbed them, he bit me. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they don't like that. I don't think they actually have nuts, though. Adele says, LOL radio. Lily says, I just watched a couple of your videos, Molly. Those 2 betas are beautiful. Thank you so much. Carl, hey, good to see you. Carl says, hey, Molly and peeps. Welshman, hey, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a minute. How are you? Welshman says, hi, Mom Dog. Russ, good. Hey, haven't seen you in like half an hour. Says, hi, Molly. I'm here, just getting ready. Ellie had fallen asleep. She said hi back. Both looking forward to going to the Italian. Oh, cool. Good deal. I hope you guys have a great time. Welshman says, I'm good, thanks. Glad to hear it. Carl says, you enjoy, Russ. Yeah, you deserve it. I hope you have a fantastic time. I'm glad you guys are hitting it off. You guys want to see how bare the trees have gotten? Let me take you out of your holder here. Look how bare. And then of course this one's been bare. All the leaves are falling down, which is why they call it fall. Lily says, hello, Carl. Hello, Russ. Carl says, hi, Lily. Phil says, 78% of people touch themselves in the shower, the rest sing. Who knows what song they sing? Read that right? You confused me, Phil. Sorry. Russ says, looking forward to it. Good. Russ says, hi, Tracy. Phil says, I didn't see a bear. Gate Smasher, hey, Gate. Gate says, good day. Just getting a chance to stop by. Positive vibes sent your way. Seize the day, make it yours. And bacon, gotta have bacon. Hope you're doing well, Gate. Thank you for stopping by. Russ says, hey, Carl, Lily. Ed, hey, good to see you. Man, you're so supportive with even though you're working. We appreciate you, Ed. And I am going to take a drink. Man, it's cold out here today. And I'm a person who likes the cold. Ed says I drop by when I can. Well, I appreciate it. And I know Russ does too. Well, now it's gone completely quiet. I don't know. I didn't hear a hawk. Did anybody hear a hawk? Phil says, I guess you're part of the 78%. I sing Splish Splash. Ed says, I love the cold, but I live in Florida. Shake my head. Yeah, it doesn't get real cold in Florida. Russ says, definitely. Hi, Ed. Ed says, hey, Russ. With an emoji of 2 beers clinking together. I think that's the emoji. Otherwise, it's something obscene that I'm not going to read out. Throw out some more squirrel mix here. A little further back there, maybe the wind's blowing in the wrong direction and they're not smelling it. Ed said the highest today here is 80. Lowest is 45. Yeah, it's like 44 here. And that's our high for today. We've been getting frost. And look at all those leaves on the ground. And they just blew these leaves on Wednesday. They blew all these leaves away. Well, not these particular leaves, obviously, because they're here, but they came through with the blower and blew all the leaves away, and now look at all the ones that are back. Oh man, I love fall. Fall is my second favorite season. Winter is my first. I love winter, love the snow. Don't like driving in it, but I love the snow. Ed says, nothing but green trees here. Yeah, but you know what, Ed? You get to see those palm trees that are decked out with white lights, and that's so cool. I remember I grew up in California. And well, basically the trees grew in cement. I had never seen anything like this. The trees basically grew in cement, but nothing beat a palm tree decked out in white lights. Ed says, mail me some snow, please. Sure thing. I'll have to overnight it so it doesn't melt. Phil says, I'm Molly's winter chauffeur. Thank you, Phil. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really need a winter chauffeur. Because, yeah, I hate driving in the winter or long distances. Sadman, hey, good to see you. Sadman says, hello, Molly. Good to see your stream. It's good to see you, Sadman. How you been? Phil says, Molly, be sure to pack the snow with dry ice. Yeah, definitely. Sadman says, good, thanks for asking. I'm glad to read it. Ed said, the wife and I go to St. Augustine Beach at least once a winter to see all the Christmas decor and lights. It's always spectacular sights, never gets old. Yeah, I'll bet. Mary went to St. Augustine and showed us, she went up the lighthouse there. She did a video of her going up and down the lighthouse there. Man, it was gorgeous. Have you been to the lighthouse, Ed? Sadman says, how was your week? My week was amazing. Thank you for asking, Sadman. I had for those who don't know, my birthday was on Tuesday, and everybody made it so special for me. And I just want to again say thank you so much to everybody for making me feel so special. I love you guys so much. Phil says, message redacted, retracted. Phil says, you had a birthday? I did. I'm no longer 52. I am now 53. And I have to remember that because I keep thinking I'm 52. Sad Man says, oh, happy belated birthday. Well, thank you, Sad Man. Ed said, we tried the lighthouse. We only made it halfway up. It was a busy day when we went, and you can feel the shaking from everyone walking. I was not with it at all. Yeah, like I wasn't even there, but I was watching the video and I'm like, yeah, go back down, Mary, go back down. Dolly, hey, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Dolly says, beautiful sister friend. I wish I was there having coffee. Yes, yes, that would be awesome. I wish all of you guys could come over for coffee and hang out and watch the squirrels not show. Well, I guess we've only been out here for 21 minutes, so I guess it is a little bit early to expect them. They usually come at around an hour. Is that crooked? Or am I crooked? Oh, there's some birds. It's a little less quiet. I don't know, it's eerily quiet today. I haven't heard a hawk, so I don't know what's up. Ed said, I really wanted to see the view from the top, but I also didn't want to be part of the new family destination movie. Right? Phil says, Molly, I'm gonna kidnap you and we'll do a live from the Sage River Christmas lights. Sage River? Where's that? Oh, Final Destination. Yeah, I knew what you meant. I just read what you wrote instead of what I knew what you meant. Sorry about that, Ed. Dolly said, just a mention of Christmas gets me super excited. I cannot wait. This year is going to be spectacular. Yeah? You got special plans, Dolly? Phil said, it's quiet because I let out a little toot and the animals are afraid to breathe. Well, thanks, Phil. Ed says, I'm thinking of taking the wife on a road trip this winter up north to see the snow. That would be cool. Has she seen snow before? Well, even if she has, it's still, I love living where it snows. I'm not going to let depression or the past impact my celebration this year. Good for you, Dolly. Good for you. I'm proud of you. Russ says, hi, Molly. This is Ellie. Oh, hi, Ellie. Russ speaks highly of you. He said you are a great friend and helped him over the past few months. Can I thank you for that? Aw, you're so sweet. He is in the shower now, so sneaking a message to you. Thank you. Aw, good to meet you, Ellie. Thank you. Todd says, howdy, Mom, Dog, and friends. Good to see you, Todd. How are you? Phil says Sage River is the booming metropolis of Wyoming. There's a river in Wyoming? Really? Sad Man says, hi, Ellie. Good to see you in the chat. Ellie says, you too, Molly. We love Russ and we appreciate you making him happy. Lucy, hey, Lucy girl. Lucy girl says, hey, Mom Dog. Good to see you. Dolly says, Ellie, nice to meet you. Mary says, okay, I have you running, but you know, trying to work, it's a normal day, so she probably can't hear me. Thank you, Mary. Lucy says, hello, Mary's Gigs. Sadman says, hi, Lucy. Ed said she has, but for a split second driving down south. Me, on the other hand, has never seen snow. The only snow I get is the ice buildup in the freezer when I clean it out. Not the same, Ed, not the same. Similar substance, not the same thing. Totally different experience. Lucy says, hello again, Dolly. Dolly says, Lucy, love. Sadman says, have a great day, Mary. Thanks for stopping in and stopping by in the chat. I can read. Lucy says, hello, Sadman. Ellie says, I will try. I know he's had a hard time. He's a great lad. I will make him happy again. My promise to you. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. Phil says, Sage River is a neighborhood. It's named for the street. The lights is about 12 houses decorated, and they're all synchronized to the same music. Oh, that would be cool. I would love to see that. Todd said, I just finished my live stream from the golf course with Sock Monkey and Calvin the Boston terrorist, Jeff. Cool, good deal. How'd it go? Hope it went well. Ed said, still makes a good snowball to throw at the wife to upset her. Ed, what happened to happy wife, happy life? Lucy said, good to see you too, Mom Dog. BGN Aquarium says, hi, everybody. Is this Russ? Dolly said, if you are enjoying the channel's content, hit that like, show support, share this out, and subscribe. Thank you, Dolly. I appreciate you. Todd said, I'm at 998, Mom Dog. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Can we get Todd 2 more subscribers, guys? 2 more subscribers. Carl says, thank you, Ellie. Russ is a great guy. As you have already noticed, he deserves to be happy. Definitely. We can all agree on that, for sure. BG and Aquarium says, no, still Ellie. Well, hello, Ellie. Thank you for hanging out with us. Ed says, happy wife, happy life is just a theory that gets ruined once a month anyway when the flow comes. Oh, Ed. Oh, Ellie says, returning the hellos to everybody. Oh, okay. Okay, appreciate you, Ellie. Phil says, if you like today's content, hit the like and subscribe and donate your firstborn child. What? If you don't like it, do all that anyway and keep keep Molly wondering. Oh, Phil, what are we gonna do with you? Sadman says, congratulations on 1K, Todd. Did we get him up there? Radio Dude says, Red Ed? Is laughing at Ed, rather. Ed says, Molly, how's the betas? They're doing really good. They're doing really good. In fact, my oldest beta, he's got to be pushing 3 years old now. I mean, at minimum of 3 years old. I thought he was getting ready to die. Turned out he was just depressed. Changed his tank up a little bit, let him have a little bit of fun, and he's back to his normal fluffy self. Todd said, that's awesome. Thank you very much. It was already a great day and just got better. Aw, glad to hear that. If I were you, Molly, I'd beat me if I were you, but since I'm not, I recommend inviting me for coffee, says Phil. Sedman says, yes, Todd is on 1K. Awesome. Congratulations, Todd. And thank you guys so much for getting him there. I appreciate everybody who subscribed to Todd today. Is there anybody that you haven't seen on here? Check them out. Give them a good look over. You might find a new hobby that you never knew you liked. You might find a new best friend. You just never know. Oh yes, I have, for those of you who don't know, I have set up my Discord server so that this community can continue to connect and meet new people on Discord when I'm not on my live. And let me see if I can post the link here. Todd says, thank you very much, Molly. You have been nothing but nice to me since the day I met you. You're an awesome lady. Aw. And thank you to whoever shoved and got me over the finish line. Yes, thank you to whoever got you over the finish line. Appreciate you. Sadman says, thanks to your wonderful community, I have found a great group of YouTubers, Molly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Carl subbed to Todd. Appreciate you, Carl. Okay, bear with me. I'm going to try to do this without ending the live stream. I don't know if I can do this. Yeah, that's not going to let me do that. It's not giving me a space to put the link. Can somebody that's on my server please post the invite link to my server? So anyone who's not on there that wants to join is able to? We've already got some really freaking adorable pictures of in the pets section. If you like pets, if you're into fur babies at all, check out the pets section. There's some freaking, they're just all adorable. I think I saw some movement over there. Oh, it's a leaf. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Thank you, BGN Aquariums. Appreciate you. Thank you, Sad Man. Appreciate you. Phil said, I bought goldfish, the live ones, not the crackers, and tartar sauce at Meijer, and nobody said anything. You're not. You're not. Right, Phil? You wouldn't eat ew. Sad Man says, is that your Discord? Yes, it is. Yes, it is, and thank you. I highly recommend the pet section. We've got, well, I'm blanking on all the sections that I have, but if there's a section that you guys think that we need, please post it in the general chat and we'll get that channel created for you. Now we got lots of birds. I didn't buy them to eat them, but I thought surely the cashier would at least notice. I guess she was too busy checking me out. Did you enjoy getting checked out, Phil? Russ is back. Russ says, I believe my lady has been chatting with you. She said she loves your accent. Aw, she's very sweet, Russ. She's very sweet. We like her, don't we, guys? She's lovely, says Russ. Yeah, she seems lovely. And she makes you happy. So that's all we care about. Phil says, absolutely. Cashiers are always checking me out. They're the only ones who do it. Well, cashiers and law enforcement. Oh, Phil, you're not that bad, Phil. You're not that bad. Oh, is that a chipmunk? Nope, it's a leaf. Leaves masquerading as chipmunks. Russ says, taught her how to use the coffee machine, so now she makes coffee too. Nice, can't beat that. Can't beat that. Soul Stitches, I know you by another name that I'm completely blanking on. I'm so sorry. Says, popped in to give likes, helping rake leaves today. Thank you, Soul Stitches. Appreciate you. Daisy May's giving love. Todd says, hi, Kelly. These fine folks put me over 1K a few minutes ago. Yes, I can talk. Congratulations again, Todd. Daisy says, hey, Todd, good to see you again. Man, I love those colors. Yellow is my least favorite color, but how beautiful is that? Carl says, if she knows how to use the coffee machine, Russ, she's a keeper. I agree. Gotta be able to make coffee. Daisy says, I saw you with Jeff and Sock Monkey. Phil says, I'm gonna go unsubscribe from Todd just to mess with him, LOL. That sounds like you, Phil. Russ says, defo, mate. Daisy says, it's so beautiful, Molly. Thank you. I didn't do it myself, but thank you. Soul Stitches says, got Starbucks for the first time today, was helping my stepmom grocery shop. She has a hard time lifting the heavy stuff. Aw, so nice of you. I always like to hear people helping out their parents. Russ says, now she's getting ready. See how long this takes. You're timing her, Russ. Phil says, thankfully nobody saw me with my sock monkey. Yeah, then you would have to get the police involved again, wouldn't you, Phil? Todd says, oh, radio dude, you're too nice a guy to do that. I think he would do it for the funny. Knowing Phil, I think he would do it for the funny. Phil says, hi, Daisy May. Russ says, damn right, we eat at 8 p.m., which is 3 p.m. my time. Sorry, I always, because I have friends in the UK, so I automatically just do the math when somebody gives me UK time. I always convert it to my time. Soul Stitches has been staying with them for a little bit, so I've been trying to help out when I can. That's so nice of you. That's so nice of you. Russ says just under 2 hours. Well, then she can't have more than 2 hours to get to get ready. Carl says she has to look her best for you, buddy. That's right. That's right. You deserve that. Phil says Todd didn't don't be too sure. If I thought anyone else would think it's funny if I do it, I would, of course, resubscribe, but I'm not a complete jerk. You're a good guy, Phil. Russ says, I know, but you know how women are. Well, if she takes a long time, Russ, it's a good sign. If she's ready right away, it's not a good sign. You want her to take her time. Soul Stitches says, was raised that you help family. Good for you. Good for you. I'm glad to hear that. Absolutely, buddy. It will be worth the wait, says Carl. Yeah, because see, if she's taken a long time, then she's really trying to look her best for you. If she's ready right away, then she doesn't. Either she's way super confident or she's doesn't care how she looks. Todd says, aren't they commonly called Japanese fighting fish? Siamese fighting fish if you're talking about betas. Yeah, they fight. And they will fight in captivity. They will fight to the death. So that's why we say 5 gallons minimum, 1 beta, 1 male beta. Females can kind of live together as long as they're not too aggressive. You still have to keep your eye on them, because I've had a female that was more aggressive than any male I've ever seen. She could not be with any fish at all. There was nothing I could put her with. She was just, I don't know, she might have been possessed. I don't know. Can fish get possessed? Daisy says, hi, Carl. Russ says, might put a movie on then. There you go. You might need to. Daisy says, hi, Phil. Daisy says, hi, BGN. Carl says, hi, Miss Daisy. Russ says, hi, Daisy. Carl says, play one of your lives back, buddy. That's 2 hours. Phil says, message retracted. Russ is laughing. There you go. There you go. You got a timer. Wow, 25 likes. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing. Soul Stitches says, hope you have a good day. Thank you. I hope you do as well. Have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. Soul Stitches says, thank you. You're very welcome. Phil says, message retracted, but no italics and bold. That's right. Carl says, Molly, your chuckle is contagious. Well, thank you. I think, or sorry. I don't know. Thank you or sorry, whichever one is appropriate. Russ says what Carl said. Well, thank you or sorry, whichever one is appropriate. Rose says, it's lovely, Moth. Well, thank you. I appreciate you so much. So then, thank you. Does anybody know if you talk to Siri during a live stream, does it cut the live stream off? I guess anybody who streams from an iPhone. Not sure, says Russ. Yeah, I'm not either. I don't want to risk it. Carl says, thank you is the one, Molly. Well, thank you. Thank you, Carl. Phil doesn't know. Shh, nobody tell Phil. He doesn't know. There we go. Phil is rich and has an Android phone. Hate to break it to you, but most iPhones cost more than an Android phone. I actually used to work supporting both iPhones and Androids. I used to work, I was a third-party IT company. Or I wasn't the company, but I worked for a third-party IT company called Tango. And basically what I would do is, like, somebody would get a new corporate phone and they would need to set it up. So they would call me and I would walk them through how to do it. And I did this for a bunch of the Fortune 500 companies. Me personally, I worked with over 100 accounts. That was not a fun job because you had to learn on the fly. You had to act like you knew what you were doing, even if you had never talked to somebody from Rolls-Royce before or whatever. Phil says, when you want to be someone, you get an iPhone. When you are somebody, you get an Android. So you're all posh. Oh, we got some black squirrels. Please come over here on camera. My thingy won't turn that far. There's two black squirrels chasing each other in this direction. So hopefully we'll see them. Come on, black squirrels. Here, squirrely, 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 squirrely. Here, squirrely, squirrely, squirrely. Mary says, the colors are gorgeous. Thank you, Mary. I keep thanking people like I had something to do with it. It kind of just does it on its own. And wow, that's crooked. Phil says they prefer to be called African American squirrels, but they're not from Africa, they're from America. Todd says, for a long time, early on, Androids were very lacking in the apps that iPhones had, but I don't think that's true anymore. That's very true. In fact, Androids are catching up with iPhone as far as security. And what I learned from working various tech jobs is that if you want an Android that has comparable security to an iPhone, get a Samsung. No, or not just any Samsung, those the higher end Samsungs. Those have security that are comparable to iPhone. Come on over here, guys. They're in the neighbor's yard and I can't really film over there without permission. Wow, that's still crooked. There we go. I have a Galaxy Milky Way. Is that a real phone? Oh, we have a black squirrel in the tree up here. Come on down. Just a little bit further. Oh, now he's on this tree. Now he's on the back side of this tree. Come on. There we go. Almost on camera. Almost to the ground to get the yummy nuts. There we are. There we got a black squirrel. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer here. That's pretty much as far as it'll go. Hi, who are you? Are you Onyx? Are you Onyx? Who are you? You're leaving? Okay. Thanks for stopping by. How rude. He didn't eat any of my stuff that I put out there. Phil says it's operating system in Nougat, LOL. Oh, yeah. Galaxy is one of the series is the series rather, that is, their security is compatible with iPhone. Carl, hey, good to see you. Carl says, good evening, everyone. Now we have 2 Carls. How special are we? We have 2 Carls in the chat, guys. Phil says, hi, Carl. Molly, he's probably got a bunch of nuts from Halloween. How are you doing, Carl? Russ says, hi, Carl Shield. Carl says, did you enjoy your birthday? I did. Thank you so much, Carl. I did. I had a fantastic birthday. Carl says, I messaged you. Did I miss it? Or did I reply back? If I didn't reply back, that means I missed it, and I'll go check after this live stream. And I apologize. Carl says, we have Carl and Carl Jr. Carl says, I'm cichlid Carl. Carl says, you certainly didn't. Okay, I'm so sorry. So I will check for that as soon as I'm off of here. I apologize, Carl. Carl Shield. I'm waiting for the Carls to say hi to each other. That would amuse me. Carl Shield lives in Ireland. No. We'll look at the prettier colors since the squirrels are not cooperating. Anybody got any big plans this weekend? Anybody doing anything big tomorrow? Or anybody doing anything tomorrow? I know I'll be sleeping in tomorrow. Sunday's my sleeping in day. Richard, hello. Richard says, hi, Mom Dog. Larry? Oh, Larry, oh my God, Uncle Larry, I missed you. I'm so sorry. Uncle Larry says, hello, Mom Dog. Hey, good to see you, Uncle Larry. Phil says, not doing anything. Richard says, hi, Phil. Hey, Carl. How is everyone? I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself? Phil says, well, while Molly is sleeping, I'll do a live from her backyard and I'll have the chipmunks and squirrels visit. Yeah, because you can totally control that kind of thing. You'll have to bring peacock nuts because apparently that's what they show up for. Watch, and they didn't eat any of this squirrel mix I've been throwing out. Watch, in the spring we've got all kinds of weird plants springing up out here. That'd be funny. Richard says, hi, Carl times 9. Uncle Larry said, it's a beautiful day. It is. It is. Hope you're well. Richard says, I'm not too bad. Just got home from skateboarding. Ooh, that sounds fun. Carl says, hi, Richard. Carl said, I think Molly needs rain. Yes, I do. I would love rain. Richard says, where's the squirrel today? And chipmunks at? We saw a black squirrel made a brief appearance. And then at the very beginning, we had some kind of finch was all over the place. Phil says, actually, I'm going to do my live from the treetop and show the deck. Why? Richard says, that sounds good, Phil. Yeah, it was fun. Thanks. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Carl Shield says, I was live this morning when Molly was asleep. Yeah. I'm not getting notifications, Carl. I'm going to need to unsubscribe and resubscribe to you because I have all notifications set. I'm not getting I need to do that for Mary too. I'm not getting her notifications either. And I show up like 2 hours late. Uncle Larry says it's going to be cold the next couple of days here. I forget, where are you at, Larry? Richard says, how have you been and how was your birthday? It was awesome, thank you for asking. I had some very, very special people make it very, very special. Richard said, I don't get a lot of notifications. Yeah, YouTube is, I don't know why they offer notifications if they're not going to notify. Arkansas, that's right, Arkansas. So you're not all that used to the cold. We got another squirrel. Here, squirrely, 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 squirrely. Here, squirrely, 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 squirrely. Richard says it's getting colder over here too. Richard, you're in New York, right? Oh, Manchester, UK. Yeah, that's really far from New York. Richard says, how many acres is it you have there? Well, actually, none, because all of this that you're looking at here is all state park. So it's owned by the state. Yeah, like 3,200 miles, yeah. Yeah, a little bit of a drive. Richard says, oh, I thought it was your backyard. It is, actually. See, this is the end of my deck, right here. But this is a state park here. And we got, I'll bet this is the last Saturday that we have some good colors here. Because we're going to start getting, they're going to start turning the yucky brown color and falling off. 9.5 hours on a plane, to be honest. Yeah. The drive would take weeks, yeah. Yeah, it would. And you'd need one of those amphibious cars. Richard says it looks very beautiful there. Thank you. I didn't have anything to do with it, I just live here. But thank you. Yeah, squirrely, 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 squirrely. Oh, weird, that bird answered me. Russ says, me too, Richard. Manchester rules. I have to travel like 40 minutes to get to the nearest woodland from me, says Richard. Rhodey, hey, good to see you. Rhodey says, hi, Molly. There. There. Am I back? Am I back? I think I'm back. Richard's yes. I can talk. I'm dizzy from all that spinning. Richard says, yes, back now. Thank you, Richard. And thanks for letting me know, Russ, that I was spinning, because I had no idea. Carl Schill says, what signal? Russ says, you're back. Appreciate you, Russ. Thank you. Now, if the squirrels would come back, that would be fantastic. Carl Shield says, nobody ever lets me know. Oh, really? Richard says, what time is it over there? It is 1:38 p.m. So it is 6:38 p.m. over there. Give or take a minute. Yeah, I always do the math because, like I said, I've got lots of friends in the UK, and I don't want to like be bugging somebody at 2 a.m. Well, except for Carl. I bug Carl at 2 a.m. I bug Carl at 2 a.m. all the time. Oh, the sun's starting to come out here. I should get a little umbrella thingy to protect the phone from precipitation. That way I can still do my lives when it's snowing. Because snow tends to melt and my phone doesn't care for water. Richard says, we had a nice sunrise here this morning here. That's nice. Nice, pretty sunrises always are a good way to start off the day. And so are Russ's live streams. I start every Saturday morning with Russ's live streams. If you guys aren't subscribed to BGN Aquariums, please do. If you like fish at all, if you even like to look at fish, it's a fantastic channel, and you will see some gorgeous fish and some stunning aquariums. Also, he goes live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And for those of you in the UK, it's actually 2 p.m. that he goes live on Saturdays. I just live 5 hours earlier. So I get up right before the live stream. Oh, you're welcome, Russ. Richard says, I already am sub to everyone here. Oh, I appreciate you, Richard. Thank you so much. Carl Shield says, everyone does more lives than me. Well, how are you doing more than one a week? Todd says, still here, Molly? On golf course still. Watching them play and listening this stream. Oh, I appreciate you, Todd. You're so sweet. Richard says, you do more than me, Carl. Russ says, it's always a pleasure having you in my life. Molly, thank you. I appreciate you. You're the best, Russ. Richard says, hey, Todd. Think I saw something moving. I think I saw a chipmunk go into that hole, so we'll just leave it here. Richard says, I haven't done a live in ages. You should. You should, Richard. Carl Shield says, we kicked 3 people out yesterday. Oh, wow. Wait, yesterday was Friday. I thought your lives were on Thursday. How many lives are you doing a week, Carl? Todd says, howdy, Richard. I average 3 per stream, Carl, says Russ. Sometimes more. Dylan, good to see you. Dylan says, good afternoon, Molly. You got sun over on your side of the state? Richard says, hi, Fishing Geek. Russ says, hey, Dylan. Gray out here today, says Dylan. Yeah, it is a little bit here too. Well, it is actually very gray. The sun's trying to come out, but so far it's losing. Dylan says, hey, Richard and Russ. Richard says, just subbed and left a comment, Fishing Geek. Appreciate you, Richard. Appreciate you. Yeah, I love it when you guys sub up to each other. That's one of my favorite things about doing this. Richard says, what's the temperature there? It's 44 degrees Fahrenheit, which is black squirrel. Damn it. He left. Sorry to sorry to whip you around like that, guys. There was a squirrel just peeked out from behind the tree. Oh, now he's back. Really? Can I get him? It's behind the tree, but I don't want to... I don't want to miss him. So we'll just leave it over there. Oh, there he is. Perching on a branch that tiny, that's funny. Oh, yeah, the temperature here is 44 degrees Fahrenheit, which is, I think, something like 10 or 11 Celsius. Richard says, you're welcome. I do it to help and support channels as much as I can. Awesome. I appreciate you, Richard. Dylan says 38 here and snow is expected tonight. Same here. I'm so excited. I'm hoping that I wake up to snow on the ground tomorrow. Richard says 39 Fahrenheit here, well 9C. Okay, so I was close. I was close. So 44 would be around 10 or 11 Celsius. Richard says, I see him. Carl Shield says, I see nothing. Wait till he gets a little bit closer. Right now he's just sort of, there he goes. Oh, come on. I said closer, not farther away. Come on. Richard says 11C. Yes. Oh, cool. Woohoo, I was right. Ed says, I am back. Welcome back, Ed. Hope you're not working too hard. Richard says, we very rarely get snow here. Aw. I'm sorry. I love snow. Richard says, hi, Eddie. Dylan says, have a good one, y'all. I'm going to go try being productive a little today. Good luck with that, Dylan. Every time I go to be productive, I end up watching my fish. Have a good one, Dylan. Have an awesome weekend. Thank you so much for stopping in. Appreciate you. Ed says hi to Green. Richard says he went behind the tree. Yeah, I'm hoping he'll come back out. Rhodey is given exclamation points. Have you not seen a black squirrel before, Rhodey? Or do you have a question? Or a statement, rather. Russ says, when we do, Richard, it's for about 10 minutes, then it's gone. Oh, that's horrible. I couldn't deal with that. I love my snow. Russ says, off to the shop, Dylan? Richard says, yep, BGN, it sure does. Carl Shield says, I lost 10 subscribers yesterday, and manager moderators aren't happy. I'm so sorry to hear that, Carl. Richard says, take care, Fishing Geek. Russ, are you still waiting for the makeup to finish, says Ed. Well, yeah, if he's still here, he's got to still be waiting. Okay, there we go. You're just going to be a black ball in that tree? Is that your deal? Can I go in any further? Not really. Yeah, that black ball in the middle of the screen, that's the squirrel. And yeah, I can't even tell. It's closer than it looks on the screen. But I can't tell if it's onyx. Let's see your squirrel boobs. Russ says, yes, hairdryer is on at the moment. So you probably got, I'll bet you've got at least 20 minutes, probably about a half an hour. That's what I'm guessing. Just a guess. Rhodey says, I'm driving, told my son to type no snow. I love snow. Russ says, she better hurry up. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because you guys, well, how far away is it? Is it a little bit of a drive? Russ says, or I'll need another shower. Carl Shield says, I'm doing a live stream for my birthday. When's your birthday, Carl Shield? Russ says 20 minutes. That's your bet? I say 30. I say 30 then. Who wants to place bets? Richard says, LOL, BGN. Yeah, let's place bets to see how long it takes Ellie to get ready. Oh, 20 minutes drive. Okay. I thought you were giving I thought you were saying she's got 20 minutes. I thought that was a little rude for you. Lucy girl's still here. Hey, Lucy. Lucy says, hey, Richard. Hey, we got a squirrel. Really, you gotta hide? Wednesday. Wow. Oh, you're a fellow Scorpio. Early happy birthday. I'll see you on your live. Russ is laughing. Richard says, hi, Lucy. Here, squirrely, 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 squirrely. Here, squirrely, squirrely, squirrely. Yeah, it's totally ignoring me. Maybe he doesn't speak English. Oh, what time are you going live, Carl? I mean, even if I'm at work, I can still have you running. So even if I can't, you know, pay full attention to it, I can still give you the watch hours. Oh, little squirrel, can you at least come to a closer tree for us? Just come to a closer tree. Better yet, come down on the ground. There's black oil sunflower seeds. You're supposed to love those. Everybody says so. The internet said so as well. Richard says 20 minutes. That's how long it took my ex to put her shoes on, let alone 4 hours to get ready to go out. Jeez. I'll bet she looked really good though, didn't she? Russ is laughing. Yeah. Oh, damn it. I didn't see which direction the squirrel went. Anybody see which way the squirrel went? Carl Shield says, I don't pick up new subscribers. I know, that's the worst. I know, I don't pick them up either. Like, I'll look at my stats at the end of my live and it's like new subscribers. If I'm lucky, if it's been a really good live, I'll have 1 subscriber. Richard says, yeah, but she still looked good without plastering her face with makeup. I prefer the natural look. Well, it's when she puts the effort into it, she does that for you. It's in fact, it's some women's love language. Russ says up, I think. Oh, let me see, do I see? Oh, one just came across the bridge there. Are you coming forward? Where are you, Onyx? Where are you, Onyx? Pretty sure it's too early for them to hibernate. If they do hibernate. Onyx, ain't that a Pokemon? It is, actually. It is a Pokemon as well. Onyx is also a female black squirrel with large squirrel boobs. Here, squirrely, squirrely, squirrely. Yeah, I'll definitely have to get some more peanuts or peacock nuts for next week. Speaking of Pokemon, how many people here have played Pokemon? Richard says 8, can't wait till next week. I can't wait till next week. Okay, that makes more sense. I was trying to figure that one out. What's going on next week? Richard said, when I was like 22, I did. When I was like 50, I did. Hey, Steven. Hey, how are you doing? Haven't seen you in a minute. How are you? Richard says, going London for a few days skating. Oh, how cool. I've always wanted to visit London, but I kind of developed a fear of people after working with them. So I just can't imagine how many people would be in that city, and I'm not so sure I want to go there anymore. Richard saying hi to Steven. Steven says, I'm doing great today. Hope y'all doing well. Thank you so much, Steven. I'm so glad to hear that you're doing great. I am as well. Steven saying hi to Richard. Ramses, hey, good to see you. Ramses giving love. Richard says hi to Ramses. Ramses says, hi, Mom Dog. How are you today? I am fantastic. How are you, Ramses? Ramses says, hi, Mint. Is Mint here? And I missed him? Let me rewind here a little bit. Is Mint Chocolate here and I missed him? So sorry if I missed anyone. I'm so sorry. Richard says, yeah, it's pretty hectic in London. Yeah. Richard says, yeah, how was your day, Ramses? Duels are coming again in London. Stand and fight. Yes, scallywag, says Stephen. Richard says, I am Mint Chocolate. Oh, okay. Everything makes so much sense now. Okay. Yeah, I hate the at names. They really throw me. Okay. So I didn't miss you. That's good. Ramsey says, Richard, it's a sad city. Not as sad as Cairo, but still. A regular squirrel, guys. Ooh, it's freaked out by something. Did you just notice that I'm sitting here? Did you just notice me? Yeah? And now you feel dumb? Squirrel butt. Richard says it's the YouTube handles that changed our names. Yeah. Russ says Molly's Discord is now live. That's right. So once you have liked and subscribed to her here, follow this link and join the family. Thank you so much, Russ. I appreciate you. You're just the best. Ramsey says, my day has been kind of stressful, but I'll make it. I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope your day gets better. Yeah, hang out with us where we look at squirrel butt and talk about squirrel boobs. Are you gonna go around the other tree? No? Okay. Steven says mint chocolate is a great ice cream. I don't know about the flavor of Richard. Yes, guys, please don't taste each other. Please refrain from licking the other chatters. Steven's laughing. Lucy girl's still here. Appreciate you so much, Lucy. Richard says, I'm used to seeing them squirreled, but not the black ones. Yeah, I call those the regular colored ones, the boring ones, because they're not cool like the black ones. There we go. Russ just posted my Discord link, guys. Appreciate you, Russ. Ramsey says, Richard, the only rodent I see here is rats. Tree rats, says Stephen. Ramsey says, hi, BGN Aquarium. Richard says, I bet you eat them too, Ramses. Ramsey says, hi, Stephen. Ramsey says, Richard, ew. Yeah, I agree. Stephen says, Ramses taste each other. I'm a rock licker. It can't be too bad licking people. Yes, again, please refrain from licking people. People don't care to be licked. Richard says, put chocolate on me, I can taste it. Oh my God, where is this chat going? Richard says, I won't lick the other chatters, but the host is fair game. Ramsey says, Richard, you wouldn't taste good if you were soaked in the nectar of the gods, which is coffee, by the way. Oh, we got another squirrel here? No? I guess not. Steven's laughing. Russ says, hey, Ramses. Sir Lick-a-Lot says, Richard. Oh, it's too bad Addison isn't here. Addison could use that as a name. I have to remember that and tell him. Steven says, lots of people like to be linked. I think you meant licked, but that's okay. Linked is better. Russ says, depends who's doing the licking, Mall. Oh my goodness, where has this chat gone? Let's go back over here for a little bit, because I could have sworn I saw a chipmunk go into that little hole that you guys can't see on camera. Steven says licked. Ramses is laughing. Ramses needs to see a doctor because Ramses having some pink feces. Steven says, I volunteer as the community licker. Richard says, I don't mind linking up, but licking depends on the person. Yeah, don't lick people. Don't lick people. Am I crooked? No, I guess that's fairly straight. Steven's laughing. Ramsey's laughing. Phil says, licks Molly's cheek and runs away, yelling, tongue tag, you're it. Again, no licking people. We don't lick. We don't lick. We don't lick people. Richard's laughing at Steven. Steven's laughing. Richard is laughing at Phil's tongue tag. Ramsey's laughing. Dean, hey, good to see you, Dean. How are you? Hope you're keeping well, my friend. Steven's making a face. Phil says I volunteer as community. Just kidding, I do not volunteer. Richard saying hi to Dean. Steven says a little lick and nibble goes a long way sometimes. Ramsey says your Saturday is always better with Mom Dog's Molly. Awesome live stream. Oh, thank you so much. You're so sweet. Yeah, I have no I have no idea how we got on that. Steven says 10 watching us talking about licking the community. Yeah, if you go around licking people, they'll put you on the short bus. Or worse. Ramsey says, I mean it. There's always an awesome vibes in here. Oh, thank you so much. You're so sweet. Dean says, was a good morning. Celebrated 400 subs and 4K watch hours on my live stream and helped get Todd Saw to 1K. So great morning. Fantastic. And thank you so much for helping Todd. Thank you so much. We were so happy for him that he's at 1,000 subscribers. That's a big milestone. Ramsey says, Steven, I didn't. Russ says, hit that like button, guys. Yes, oh my gosh, 32 likes. Thank you guys so much. You guys are spoiling me. Steven's laughing. Phil says, don't know how I got on it, but it's fun to be on. Carl says, what Russ says. Aw, appreciate you, Carl. Steven says, Dean, congrats. Ramsey says, way to go, Dean. Richard says, that's awesome, Dean. Congratulations. Phil says, I charge $200 an hour for licking. Pimping ain't easy. Oh, how much money have you made? Just out of curiosity, Phil. How much money have you made doing that? Dean says, thanks, everyone. Steven says, dude, come be the pimp. I already volunteered to be the community licker. Richard says $0. Russ says $2. So what is it, Russ? What is it, Phil? 22 cents. But she had to shave her mustache. I knew there was going to be something like that in there. I just knew it. Steven says, I only charge $3.50 for each lick. So how much money have you made then? Richard's laughing at Phil. Todd's laughing at Phil. Ramsey says, I wonder if someone randomly walked into this chat. Well, think about it. If I've got neighbors on both sides of me, so like if somebody I mean, it's cold. I don't think anybody would come out here. But what if somebody just randomly came out here and heard me talking about licking the community? They'd probably send the guys with the big butterfly nets. Russ is laughing. Steven's laughing. Did she have a rod too, Phil? Ramsey says, hi, Todd. Steven says, $3.50. Oh, you had to take her. Was it your wife? Ramsey is laughing. Carl says, this is tame compared to BGN. We always talk about wood, fannies, and bush. and eating plumbers. Dean says, hey, Todd, congrats. Richard says, that would make a good channel name, LOL Community Liquor. Russ says, I'm innocent, Carl. Steven says, I can always break out the barrels, gags, plugs, whoops, chains, swings, spin me, and new improved hooks. Well then, we stand warned. We stand warned, Steven. Thank you. Ramsey says, Carl, what? Carl says, yeah, right, buddy. It's great to have a laugh. It is. Certainly is, says Russ. Radio Dude says, Richard, that made me throw up in my mouth a little bit. That's an accomplishment. That's hard to do. That's hard. It is hard to gross out Phil. Richard says, a laugh a day keeps the doctor away. I agree. Well, unless it's a psychiatrist, then you may attract one. Richard's laughing at Phil. Steven says, once you go barrels, you're never the same again. You'll be walking funny after, like. Sanal, hey, good to see you. Sanal says, hello, Mom Dog. Hey, Sanal, how are you? Richard says, do you need a spew bucket, Phil? Ramses is laughing. Steven's laughing. Are we clowning around? Says Sanal. We are. Sanal, we were talking about, well, everybody was talking about licking people. I personally was talking about not licking people. Sanal says, hello, everyone. Steven says, hi to Sanal. Ramsey says, Sanal, not for me. I am getting traumatized here. I'm sorry, Ramses. I'm sorry. Sanal says, doing well. How are you? Glad to read it. I'm doing awesome. I'm doing awesome, my friend. Steven says, a little bit. Carl says, Ellie's still not ready, Russ. Steven says, we have a community liquor and it's me. Again, in real life, please don't lick people. It will not end well. Phil says, I'm not even going to read that, Phil, but you don't have to delete it or anything like that. Phil once ate something really gross in favor of eating vegan turkey. Actually, if you season it right, vegan turkey isn't that bad. I mean, it's not good, but like... Richard says, hey, Sanal. Ramses, you traumatized? I've been traumatized by the autocorrect, says Sanal. Steven says, dude. Ramses traumatized by Phil. Sanal says, hey, Richard. Russ says, not yet, Carl. Been thrown out of the bathroom. Apparently I was too much of a distraction. Ooh. Gonna be another late night, I guess. Steven says, random licks are always spicy. Which reminds me, speaking of spicy, if you are not a member of Russ's channel, that's BGN Aquariums, if you're not a member of his channel, then I highly recommend it. You can see the one chip challenge. It is, what was it, like 6,000 Scovilles or something like that, Russ? And my favorite part is when Russ goes, it looks like I ruined my night. Sorry, Russ. Carl says, who, you or Ellie? Russ says, she's found the straighteners here a help though. Oh, that's cool. At least there's a use for them. Phil says, chicken. No thanks, I'm not hungry. Sonal says, Steven, maybe to you. Steven's laughing. Russ says, looks like it, Ma. Richard says, I'd rather lick a brush than suck on wood. Oh, I'd rather lick a bush than suck on wood. Mary says, the view was just out. Oh, did I cut out? There's a boring squirrel. And it's gone now. Am I back? Am I here? Oh, 1 million Scoville units. Holy hell. I can't believe you did that, Russ. I would never. I would never. Steven says, one chip challenge? Nah, I'm good. I'll lick everyone before I do that. Carl says, and you can see all the wood and bush you can ever think of. Ramsey says, I am a member. I never got to know this side of the channel. Oh yeah, look at the members only content, Ramsey's. Yeah. Yeah, check out the members only content, seriously. 1 million Scovilles, holy hell. I can't believe you did that. And no, I'm not looping. BGN, it was probably the fapping sound that was most distracting. The fapping sound? Pretty sure that was a typo, but I'm so sorry, Phil. I can't make that out. I did the one chip challenge once as a dare, says Richard. Richard, I don't like licking a bush. It's always bitter. Says Sanal. I see a squirrel, says Phil. I'm behind in chat. Squirrel, says Steven. Hi, Mary's gig, says Richard. Russ says, you're here, Ma. Appreciate you, Russ. Steven says, Mary. Fart machines are always hilarious, says Sanal. Sanal, you're licking the wrong bush. Says Richard. Ramsey's is laughing. Sanal's laughing at Richard. Steven says, tangy licks. Russ says, I can't. I actually wanted to as well. Mouth burned for hours. I bet. Oh my God. Even after milk and 4 ice cream Snickers. Oh my God. Yeah, I bet. I can't even imagine. Sanal says, you have a stunning laugh, Mom Dog. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Sanal. Stephen said, oh my God, Molly, you don't know fapping? What? Is fapping a thing? For real? Are you guys messing with me? Ramsey says, you don't want to know what that is, Mom Dog. If it's a real thing, I probably don't want to know what it is. Sanal said, I think what Radio Dude meant was the flapping sound. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Thank you, Sanal. Richard says, best thing to drink when you have the one chip challenge is to drink hot beverage rather than milk and a cold beverage. Yeah, I know cold makes it worse. He was jacking his tool, says Stephen. We all learn Taiwanese once in a while, says Sanal. Radio Dude says Stephen gets it. Stephen's laughing. Anthony! Hey, good to see you, Anthony. How are you? Anthony says, Molly Mom Dog, hello, hello. Hi, chat. It's so good to see you, Anthony. How are you? Stephen says, I'm a guy. Of course I do. Dropping a like and hello, says Anthony. Thank you so much, Anthony. I appreciate you. Ramsey says, hi, Anthony. Hello, Anthony, says Sanal. Stephen's laughing. Hi, Ramsey and Sanal, says Anthony. Stephen says it's a real thing. Every guy does. Really? Fapping is knocking one out, Mal. Oh. Phil. Phil says, hey, speak of the devil. Phil says, hey, Chihuahua, yo quiero Taco Bell. Sanal says, Stephen, you like to throw your tools in the works, do you? Anthony says, nada tostada, Phil Radio Dude. Ramsey says, Steve, for the love of God. Jehu, hello. How are you? Another glorious day. Back again, Mom. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming. Stephen says, I throw my tool at any hole I can, holds a hole, and I got barrels to tap the bung holes. You and your barrels, I swear. Richard says, hi, Anthony. Ramsey says, hi, Anthony. Anthony says, not so good, sick, blah. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Sending love and hugs and well wishes. Sanal says, people, there is no such thing as fapping. Yeah, I think they're having fun with me. Anthony says, Richard. Richard says, hey, Jehu. Anthony says, ooh. No flapping about, Sanal, says Richard. Stephen says, fapping is, yeah. Okay, I don't even want to know. I really don't. I don't want to know as much as I already do know. Jehu says hi to Richard. Carl says, I'm a masturbator when I go fishing. Carl does, on a side note here, Carl caught a freaking amazing fish. And oh yeah, it's on Russ's Discord. Russ, if you want to, you don't have to. Totally up to you. But if you want to put your Discord on here, please go ahead. Phil says, hey, it's not me. Fault. Blame the ones who told you what it means. What? You're the one that put it out there in the first place. Ramsey says, fishing. Yeah, right. Richard says, LOL, Carl times 9. Steven is laughing. I am a troll, skillful at inciting rage. Bait comment, some call me a masturbator, says Anthony. Anthony, not you too, says Ramses. Russ says, yes, we have an Ellie, and wow, amazing. Gonna have to watch these Italian waiters tonight. Stunning. Oh, see, I told you. I told you the longer that she takes, the better she'll look. And she's doing that for you. That's a good sign. You guys have a good night. Steven said Molly is disgusting with us. Community liquors and fappers. Ramsey says, Anthony. Sanal says, what did I just walk into? You know what, Sanal? I don't even know. Russ says, oh, wait, Mal, thanks though. No worries. No worries. Steven says, carp are best, Richard. Wow, how far behind am I? Oh, not that far behind. Beautiful fall colors there, Molly, says Anthony. Thank you. You know, I keep saying thank you, but like I didn't put them there or anything like that. But I appreciate the compliment. There, well, since nobody seems to be coming back out. Still on hold for now, says Russ. Okay. Gotcha. Carl says, Russ, she didn't take 2 hours to get ready, but buy the woman her drinks all night. Have fun, guys. Yeah, you deserve it. Hope you guys have a blast. And tell her thank you again for coming into my stream. Sanal says, Steven, do you realize the carp favorite thing to ride is a carpet? Carpet? Ha ha ha. Carpet. A carp and a carpet. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. That was cute though. It was cute. Steven's laughing. Russ says, worth the wait for sure. Yeah. Anthony says, I thought that's what goldfish are, Sanal, baby carps. Are carp pets? Yeah, they are. Anthony, the worm is a real masturbator when it comes to catching fish, says Sanal. Carl says, definitely, mate. Enjoy your evening. Phil says, Molly, but you were blissfully unaware that I put that out there until they opened your eyes. Because they're good friends. They want me to know what you were saying. What you were trying to sneak under the radar there. Mary says, okay, I'm going to go back to my live. I will see you soon. See you soon, Mary. Love you. Ramsey says, take care, Mary. Anthony says, carp are actually some of the smartest freshwater fish. I love the carp. Are they really? I did not know that. To be completely honest, I thought betas were the most intelligent fish. Russ says, thanks, guys. Better go now. She's waiting for me, apparently. Yeah. You go. You have a fantastic time, Russ. You try not to stay up too late. Have a great time. Anthony says, Mary, carp that to yourself, Stephen, says Richard. Ramsey says, Anthony, they taste like feet. Ramsey's, honey, please don't eat feet. They taste bad and they're probably not the best for you. You guys are a bunch of pervs, says Phil. Phil, you started it. Russ says, I will. Good for you, Russ. Anthony says, Ramses, I have a story how I trained a school of carp. Oh, that's awesome. Outstanding, Anthony says to all. Ramsey says, Anthony, a school? You had a boot camp for the fish? Richard says, later, Mary. Sanal says, no wonder why the carps are so smart. Anthony says, I did. They lined up when they saw me coming with my bag of dog food. Oh, really? You fed them, they like dog food? Sanal says, take care, Mary. Am I caught up with chat? Woohoo, I get to take a drink. Ramsey says, Anthony, battalion, attention, attention. Anthony, battalion, attention. Sonal says, Ramses, we have a boot camp for the trolls. A boot camp for putting a boot in their ass. Richard says, Russ, don't go doing the Flintstones and have the bed rocking later. No, you let Russ do what he wants. Richard says, oh, I already read that. Anthony says, my army of carp, attack! Magikarp, for those who are into Pokemon. Ramsey says, Anthony throws food at ease. Anthony, you got the sniffles, Mom Dog? Chug that water. It's a little bit cold out here, and I have allergies, and we have fall allergies. So, just a little. I'm okay, though. Hey, good to see you, Tony. Says, hiya, Molly. Molly, are you into Pokemon? Yes, I am. Yes, I am, but I believe it or not. Oh, that sun's trying to come out right there. Let's put you down a little bit so the sun's not right in your eyes. Richard says, don't do too much fapping. You might get carpal tunnel. Yeah, or worse. Sanal says, Richard, I'll be yabba dabba doing all over the place. Ramsey's allergies. I was dying yesterday. Oh, I know it. Allergies are the worst. And I don't know about you guys that have allergies, but to me, it seems like non-drowsy allergy medicine doesn't work as well. Toady says, you playing Legends ZA? Nope, I haven't. I've heard of it, though. Used to work for Xbox. I've heard of most games. Well, except for the ones that came out since I stopped working for Xbox. Richard says, hi, Dutch. Anthony says, do the boogie dance. How do you make a tissue dance? Put a little boogie in it. I know that was a little gross. I apologize. That was gross for me. I apologize. Ramsey says, the wind and the sand did me wrong. Oh, yeah. Oh, the wind is nasty. The wind can be very nasty. Toady says, hi, Richard. Richard says, what did you do when you worked for Xbox? I was technical support. And like I helped people set up their Xboxes, and I would take complaints from little punks who would be swearing, get themselves banned, and then they would come into chat and swear at me. and be like, I never effing swear in my effing life. Yeah, I'm like, okay. Gee, I wonder why you got banned. And they start threatening me. That was a fun job. I don't work there anymore. Toady says it's for Nintendo Switch, the latest Pokemon game. There's a new Pokemon game? Anthony says, but Sanal says, what do you call a fake noodle? An impasta. Ah, that was cute. That was cute. Phil says, I invited a friend to MySpace and twittered her Yahoo until she Googled all over my Facebook. Sounds like a personal problem, Phil. I hope you are able to, you know. I'm sorry, Phil. Richard's laughing at Phil. Toady says, yeah, with new Mega Evolutions. Oh, I have to get that game. So I do have a Switch. Toady says released October 18th or something like that. Oh, cool. Ramsey says threaten. Let me have them here in Egypt. We have ways of straightening them out. Yeah, we weren't even allowed to hang up. We just had to sit there and be like, please be professional. Please keep it professional. Richard says, Phil, I bet they discorded you after that too. Toady says DLC will come December 10th. Oh, wow. Tabarka Nature, am I saying that right? I hope I am. Hello and welcome, Tabarka Nature. How are you? Richard says, hi, Tabarka. Sanal says, hey, Tabarka Nature. Tabarka Nature says, Sanal, Richard. Actually, I read that backwards. Richard, Sanal. Wow, thank you for the 32 likes, guys. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. Oh my gosh, it's... I'm sorry, guys. We actually went 10 minutes over today. So I'll give you guys a minute here to say goodbye. And we will see you next weekend. Same Mom Dog place, same Mom Dog channel. Or same Mom Dog time, same Mom Dog channel. Tabarka Nature says, thank you so much, doing well. Beautiful nature you've got. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Anthony says, cheers, Molly Mom Dog. Appreciate you, Anthony. Radio Dude Phil says, buy community liquor. Also, please don't lick people. They don't like it. You could get in trouble as well. Bye everyone, says Anthony. Richard says, okay, have a great day everyone. Stay safe and blessed. Keep smiling too. Tabarka's Nature is smiling. Anthony's giving the #1 finger. Appreciate you. Richard says, hope you enjoy the rest of your day, Mom Dog. Take care. I love each and every one of you guys. Each and every one of you guys go forth and spread kindness in the world. Try to do something kind for someone else. Also, do something kind for yourself. Think about your mental health. Do something kind for just one thing. Just one thing. Ramsey says, okay, Lady of the Forest, I wholeheartedly wish an awesome weekend and a blessed week to come till we meet again. You as well, Ramses. You're so sweet. I appreciate you guys, and I love you guys. Go forth and be kind.